ICE raids leave California farms with unharvested crops as migrant workers hide to avoid deportations. In Ventura County, California, a key farming region north of Los Angeles. Growers report that up to 70% of laborers have disappeared from fields since early June. Now, this article dropped just a few hours ago talking about the shortage of illegal immigrants working on farms in America. They say they're taking a hit in production because illegal immigrants are getting deported, and because apparently they've been using a large illegal immigrant population to work their fields for, 30, 40, 50 years maybe? So, California's agricultural heartland is facing mounting losses as U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement raids prompt large numbers of migrant farm workers to abandon the fields in fear of arrest and deportation, a new report by Reuters reveals. In Ventura County, a key farming region north of Los Angeles, growers report that up to 70% of laborers have disappeared from fields since early June, when ICE agents began ramping up their targeting of agricultural sites as part of President Donald Trump's intensified immigration enforcement campaign. Now, aren't high schoolers out for summer? Can't they just work during the summertime if there's that much of a shortage? Anyway, quote, if 70% of your workforce doesn't show up, 70% of your crop doesn't get picked and can go bad in one day, said Lisa Tate, a sixth-generation farmer in Ventura County, to Reuters. Most Americans don't want to do this work. Most farmers here are barely breaking even. I fear this has created a tipping point where many will go bust. Two supervisors interviewed by the outlet said they've seen staffing drops from hundreds of workers to fewer than a quarter of their usual crews. Quote, if things are ripe, they don't harvest within 2 or 3 days. The crop is sunburned or over mature, said Central California farmer Greg Tesh. We need the labor. Look, obviously these farming companies and this outlet, they haven't been paying attention to social media. I mean, you can find countless posts and videos out there of Americans desperately looking for work, claiming that they've put in hundreds of applications and they can't find a job to save their life. I mean, of course, farming won't be a $50 an hour job, but it will be something in the meantime at least. And besides, aren't high schoolers out of school for the summer, like I said? I mean, I know California has a year-round growing season, at least I'm assuming, but you have 25% of the year, arguably, where you can employ high schoolers. And if their argument is they won't work for the wages we're offering, then why are you putting slave labor wages on poor innocent immigrants who've already had a tough life as it is? I mean, why do they deserve to make practically nothing? Because according to the Americans won't work for this rate argument, they are saying immigrants deserve the wage they're given. And by the way, I mean, these California farm companies, I mean, they're looking for illegal immigrants. I mean, they're very clear. They state clearly that they're looking for illegals for work. The impact is reverberating beyond California, as a report from Bloomberg explained earlier this month. From Texas to Idaho, several agricultural states describe similar labor disruptions. Shay Myers, an onion grower in Idaho and Oregon, said he's already had to abandon planting some crops due to worker shortages. Quote, we will not feed our people in this country without these workers, plain and simple, Myers told Bloomberg. I mean, have they been employing illegal immigrants below minimum wage or under the table wages for these farmers' entire existence? I mean, how much are they paying them anyway? They always seem to conveniently leave that out, at least. I mean, what are the wages that we're talking about exactly? Like $3 an hour, $4 an hour? I mean, if they need immigrants to work their fields so badly, why don't they just do what other American corporations do when they have a shortage of American workers? They sponsor individuals interested in coming to America, those who have an agricultural background, for example, or they're willing to immigrate to America for agriculture. This way, the immigrants entering the country will have employment before they even get here. I mean, there has to be programs like this in existence already, and this way the farmers can employ legal immigrants for the same minimum wages that they're paying illegals. Unless, of course, they're breaking yet another federal law by paying them below federal minimum wage. I mean, it sounds like the federal government should probably get to the bottom of all these farms financially just to make sure they aren't taking ruthless advantage of these human beings. And if they are, then they shouldn't be rescued from these farms and returned to the bosom of their homelands, right? Or should they? I mean, then you can come back to America when you have your paperwork in order, and even better, you'll have a farm ready to employ you once you reenter legally. Roughly 80% of U.S. farm workers are foreign born, nearly half of them undocumented, according to Douglas Holtz Aiken, former director of the Congressional Budget Office. Quote, "This is bad for supply chains, bad for the agricultural industry," he said. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many workers are immigrants. What does matter is that it's against federal law to employ illegal workers who aren't paying into our tax system. I mean, if anything, these farms should be heavily fined and possibly criminally charged for not running their workers through the E-Verify system. I mean, the federal government shouldn't be tolerating rock-bottom wages for illegal immigrants just so these farms can squeeze the maximum profit they possibly can. And they are making pretty decent profits. I mean, the inflation on our groceries alone at the grocery store, it's already increased over 30% since 2019. Anyway, President Trump acknowledged the issue on Fox News during the weekend, claiming his administration is developing a, quote, temporary pass system that would allow undocumented workers in the agricultural and hospitality industries to continue working legally under employer oversight. Quote, "When we go into a farm and we take away people that have been working there for 15 and 20 years who were good, who possibly came in incorrectly, you end up destroying a farmer. That's a problem." Incorrectly? That's one way to downplay the situation. So they have illegal immigrants who are working slave wages, and they've been stuck in these farming conditions, tilling away at the fields for what, 20 years? I mean, the finger shouldn't be pointed at the federal government as being the bad guys here. It's the farmers. I mean, they're the ones paying wages so low that only the most desperate of people would show up to work in the first place. I mean, how about they pay them $10 an hour or maybe $15 an hour? Yeah, sure, their profits will take a hit, and maybe even the American consumer might take a hit at the grocery store too. But the solution isn't to employ illegal immigrants forever. I mean, I know it's an awesome deal for the farmers to pay them whatever the hell they pay them, but it isn't a good long-term solution for anyone except for the farmers. And besides, a worker picking strawberries all day, I mean, how many seconds worth of picking does it take to fill up a $5 basket of strawberries? Like 20 seconds? I mean, let's say $10 a minute maybe. I mean, I'm asking honestly because I have no farming background, and I mean, I only know the prices at the grocery store, and there aren't all that many strawberries in a $5 basket these days. I mean, I get there's a process with packaging and trucking and whatnot. And I'm not saying that I've got all the answers, but the one answer that's crystal clear in this situation is that they need to offer illegal immigrants and willing American workers a higher wage. So anyway, where was I? While some immigrant workers have returned out of economic necessity, many continue to hide or take precautions such as carpooling with legal residents and avoiding public places. Quote, "If they show up to work and they don't know if they will ever see their family again, if they show up to work, they don't know if they will ever see their family again, period," one undocumented worker told the outlet. And you know what? This makes a perfect case for why you should enter the United States legally. If you snuck in illegally and acquire a job illegally, where you are being paid illegally under the table, then you should be removed. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's been that way since the day everyone who's living today has been born. And of course, I wouldn't advocate for a man going to work, leaving his wife and kids at home, and he mysteriously never returns home. I mean, the federal government should absolutely contact his family the day he's apprehended. And if the family is also here illegally, then they should be reunited with each other that exact same day. I mean, also the feds, they should also be allowing them an opportunity to grab whatever necessities they can bring along for their deportation. And I mean, as far as their furniture and everything else goes, I mean, I don't have all the answers for that except to come in legally in the first place. But I mean, how about this? The illegal workers who are currently working, they can stay as long as their employer can prove exactly how many weeks or months or years they've been working and how much they've been getting paid under the table, how much they've paid the immigrants in total. And then the illegal immigrants, they can pay restitution in the form of taxes, which they clearly owe to the federal government, or the employer can feel free to pay the income taxes on their behalf, since they need illegal immigrants to work so badly. And this way, our system can financially recover a bit from the massive burden that the Medicare system, the welfare system, and FEMA has been enduring for the last several years. And I mean, I don't know, man. I don't have all the answers, but that's pretty much all I got. I came across this article probably about an hour ago. I think it was published about 3-4 hours ago. I think, yeah, about 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I pretty much said what all I was going to say. But anyway, yeah, just feel free to leave a comment if you have anything to comment on the matter. And thank you for watching. Just be sure to like and subscribe if you can. And if not, I suppose that's okay too. And I'll see you later.